Good afternoon, or whenever you're watching this. So today we got another £250 50p hunt. I've just been up to my local Lloyd's TSB to get this one. So let's crack on and see if we can have any luck today. Just get these all out. Always get the odd ones that have just come out of bags. Obviously we're looking for any of the commemoratives. Ideally it would be cool to get some Olympics. My Olympic hunts seems to have really dried up recently, so it'd be pretty cool if we can get some of those. I'm not sure when really we should expect to start seeing some Brexit coins hitting the bags. I'm pretty sure, I think it was RJ has found some this morning. So fingers crossed the rest of us will start picking up on those shortly as well. So those of you that have seen the title of this and are wondering what that's all about, so just put a bit of light on here, go across and watch my last 50p hunt. We had some clown, obviously one of the Great British Con Houses buddies, come in and say that they think that my hunts are funded by charity donations. So we thought we'd have a bit of a play with them today and put that into the title. So let's crack on and see how we get on. It's actually, I mean, it's quite funny because for me to do any hunt, I mean, I do the 50p's and the 10p's from time to time, and it's quite a mission for me to do any sort of hunt, you know. It's a case of me getting it back to the bank as soon as I can, so I can get it paid back into my account. You know, I'm not one of these that are able to do countless hunts each week. You know, it's quite a big mission for me to do a hunt. So for some numpty to come on and accuse you of using charity money to fund it, to be honest, I found it quite amusing. I know the mods just jumped in and banned them straight away, but I found it quite amusing. Even when given the evidence of the money being paid to charity, they still decide to think that I must have done something wrong and doctored the photograph. So there's our first one. The obligatory Benjamin Bunny. Wouldn't be a hunt without finding Benjamin Bunnies, would it? So yeah, so even once they were showing evidence, they still sort of accuse you of doctoring it. And one of my favourites, Sherlock, and that sort of says a lot about them really than it does anybody else. A squirrel napkin. Yeah, it says, you know, it says more about them than it does anything else, I think. But there we go. You know, even when you're presented with evidence, you're not prepared to believe it. So yeah, I suppose you could say it was a bit of a clickbait and a bit of a dig. But yeah, that's the way I roll. So there we go. I think we're over 800 subs this week. which again, it's quite incredible for me to believe we're getting that far. Can we see it? Dictionaries. It's quite gobsmacking for me, really, to think that many people have subscribed and watched my videos. I'm in the process of trying to work out a good 1,000 subs giveaway price. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I've got a couple of ideas, but the way it's going, we'd probably be hitting the 1,000 subs, I would imagine, by the end of February, the way this channel's exploded. So, again, that's a really big thank you from me to everybody that does watch and take part in the watching of the channel. So Miss Tiggy Winkle. I have got a better camera on order, so hopefully that'll arrive soon. Yeah, so it really gobsmacks me, the amount of people that want to watch the channel. Got the standard Paddington Palace. So keep an eye out. In the next day or two, hopefully I'll upload a new video with the 1,000 giveaway prizes on there. I'm not sure yet. I don't know whether, I haven't decided whether to do more than one prize or just one, half decent prize. I've not decided as yet. I need to go through a lot of my stuff and see what we have got. And 2 in 2, there's a Benjamin Bunny there, followed straight away by another Benjamin Bunny. The only bonus is they are in absolutely spanking condition. I know you do see some that are in terrible condition, but those are spanking. So I need to have a decent look through my collection and see what I'm going to give away as the 1,000 subs giveaway. I've got a couple of ideas, so just stay tuned over the next sort of day or two, and I'll announce what that's going to be and what you will need to do as part of that. I was going to do a giveaway last night, but to be honest with you, I was pretty shattered last night, and ended up having an early night. Basically, I had a sort of an unplanned trip out to Hastings. It's only 40-50 minutes down the road for me. Had a really nice day down there, or certainly a good couple of hours down there. And I was going to do a Hastings related giveaway, but I just never got round to it. Maybe that's something I'll do in the future. I might make a bit of a video, vlog as it's called, and do a giveaway with that. So yeah, I've got a few sort of ideas that I'd like to do. And there we have Team Tower. Nope, Cathedral. Paddy at the Cathedral. St Paul's, whatever you want to call it. It seems, certainly for me, I generally, there we go, straight away out comes another one. Certainly for me, I mean, you seem to get a lot of Paddingtons in every hunt that you do. For me, certainly the station is the one that I struggle to find. All the others we find quite a few of, but it's the station that, for me, I don't tend to find too many of. I don't know what's happened. I watch a lot of, you know, the other tubers, coin tubers videos, and it certainly seems the guys up north are having all the luck with the Olympics at the moment. Down south, the Olympics seem to have disappeared totally. But yeah, we'll keep on going. If you stop looking, you're not going to find it, are you? It's the iron side. Yeah, stop looking, you won't find. So, you know, we'll keep on hunting and we'll keep on trying to find it. Or anything out. I mean, you know, I've seen some incredible hunts lately from the guys up north. Really seem to be smashing it. Not so much down south, unfortunately. But you never know. It only takes one bag to change that, doesn't it? So, sorry for that. I should have turned my phone on to silent. Yeah, so it only takes one bag to change everything. From what can be, you know, an average standard hunt can suddenly become a wonderful hunt. Certainly at the moment we're not looking too good. Quite poor actually today. Oh, so Mr. Tom Kitten. That's one I personally don't seem to find too many of. Sorry, I will just mute my phone after this bird. It will go a bit loopy, no doubt. There we go. So I'll just mute it. Sorry about that. Let me just mute my phone. There we go. Right, that should be okay. It gives me a good opportunity to tell you about a few other things in the line. Myself and Lou, we're working on one or two little plans that we're going to do going forward. We got a couple of really good ideas. That's Lou's Coins, Louise Pollard. So if you're not subbed to her, please do go over and sub Lou. She's got a really good idea that she's going to introduce next week. And yet more Benjamin Bunnies. She's got this game that she's going to do on her channel called Tat or Treasure. I won't tell you too much about it. I'll let Lou tell you about that. And yet more Benjamin Bunnies. Yeah, I'll let Lou tell you more about that. But just from a quick discussion this morning, it sounds like it's quite amusing, will be quite funny, and the chance for people to win a few things. So keep tuned for that on Lou's Coins, another Sherlock. Yeah, it sounds like it could be quite amusing. So if you're not, as I say, if you're not subbed to Lou, please do go over and check Lou's Coins out as well. Cool. I didn't think we were going to find one today. The People's Act, 1918. Yeah, if you're not subbed to Lou, please do go over and check her out. She doesn't do a great deal of uploads. I am trying to talk her into doing a few more. You know, that girl's got such an incredible collection that it deserves to be showcased. But not just showcased, you know. Her knowledge on coins is second to none. Although I've got a few of the books, whenever I'm looking at purchasing a coin, whether it's from eBay or whatever, I'll always, you know, sort of check with Lou the valuations and opinions. And you know, she's a barrel of information. Oh, sorry. And there we go. That's a 2017 Tyler Peter Rabbit. So yeah, so I say, please do go over and sub Lou. You can probably guess really by the title, Tat or Treasure, the kind of thing that it's going to be. But it's just a bit of fun, you know. And I think anything that adds a bit of fun into this collecting is worth checking out. So yeah, please do go and check her out, and stay tuned for any future updates. She does tend to come on my channel whenever I do lives, so I will announce anything as and when I know that Lou's doing any. And a second Ironside. It's not really much of a... We got only 11 different coins today. But as I say, it can all change, you know. Oh dear. Yeah, another Benjamin Bunny. This is certainly the most Benjamin Bunnies I've had in one go. But yeah, so never mind. Sorry, I was just having a slurp of my tea. I think I need to start asking for sealed bags. Maybe that's see if that makes much of a difference. That is another, isn't it? We did have a squirrel napkin already, so this is the second squirrel napkin. I've just decided to go and record this one. This is the first hunt that I've actually recorded. I normally do mine live, and I tended to do them at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, generally because 3 o'clock in the afternoon, certainly weekdays, nobody else was going live, nobody was uploading anything. Some real battered dictionaries. But it seems to be that there's quite a few people that are going live in the afternoons now, which is fine, you know. I can't be bothered with all this competing against one another, you know. I do it out of courtesy, you know. If I know that somebody else streams at a particular time, then I wouldn't stream. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem that we're all as courteous as each other. But never mind, I say it's not an issue. And to be honest, it suits me today, recording this. As I say, you know, I'm not in a position where I can do £1,000 hunts every other day. You know, for me, it's quite a mission to do a hunt. I need to get it sorted and back into the bank as quick as I can. So that's going to be the plan today, is get this sorted, and I'll nip straight back up the town this afternoon, get it paid back into my bank as quick as possible. So yeah, so it it suits me today. I do enjoy the live streams, but today it's certainly easier for me to do this. And that's, you know, that's no way or shape or form is that me having a dig at anybody. You know, you're all entitled to stream when you want. I'm certainly not going to tell you when you can and can't. So our third eye inside. So yeah, you know, I will carry on with live streams as and when I feel like it. I'll probably do a 10p hunt live next week. There won't be another won't be another 50. Well, there certainly won't be a 50p hunt next week. And Benjamin Britten. Yeah, there won't be a 50p hunt next week unless I can find a charity box to rob somewhere. There won't be. Possibly, you know, as I say, possibly 10p's, but certainly not 50p's next week. The week after there will be, and that's what I say. You know, it's always quite a mission for me. So it's our first VC medals. That's what I say. It's always a mission for me. You know. So then when you get some numpty that just blindly follows the con house, and probably on the con house's instructions, comes across with a fake name, and accuses you of stealing charity money to fund your streams, it just kind of gets you a little bit, you know. But never mind. I wouldn't have objected to it at all if they'd have come over and used their real name, and had been sort of genuine about it. But to come over in fake names, yeah, it's just, you know, it's a bit frustrating, really, isn't it? There we go. So first one of the day. Yeah, it's just a little bit frustrating, you know, but as I say, let them crack on. Blind followers of the con house, do you know what I mean? There's just certain things that he says and does that, certainly of late, that really sort of irritate me. And get up my back, you know. A lot of you will be aware of the cancer research coin, another Paddington. I think it was Gibraltar, £2 cancer research coin. And if I get Christ, another Benjamin Bunny. If I get it right, I may get it wrong. Sorry if it is. I think the Westminster Mint issued 2,000 of them. They did mess up because they actually processed orders for 2,500, but they were selling them for, my good God, and another Benjamin Bunny. They processed orders for 2,500 of them. So 500 people were going to get extremely disappointed because it had said that they'd got the coin, and then they didn't. But the coin had been selling for in excess of £100 on eBay. And Westminster sold 2,000 of them at $8.99. So obviously you can see the collectability immediately. Bit naughty because they limited it to 9 per household, which I think was a bit wrong. With a coin that limited and that sought after, I think it should have just been one per household. So Roger Bannister, the 4 Minute Mile. Anyway, obviously it sold out. You know, now people are ripping the backside out of it on eBay, which firstly I've got issues with anyway, because it was a coin that was done for charity. As far as I'm aware, no proceeds from the Westminster sale went to breast cancer, and you can bet your bottom life that none of these people on eBay selling them are making a donation to breast cancer either. So that, you know, we're down to the last 3 bags. Anyway, but what has that got to do with the con house? Well, as anybody, I don't know, I mean, I don't watch the guy anymore, I just get updates on what he's doing. I'll do that one first because I've just seen that. So another Paddington. He's stamping, you know, every coin possible at the moment with the letters TGBCH, selling them at crazy amounts of money, and another Benjamin Bunny, selling them at crazy, you know, £5 for the most common 50p and this kind of stuff, because he stamped it with a letter. And then he's got the cheek to tell people, go and buy a couple of sets of this, because this will become as popular as the breast cancer coin. I mean, the man is living in, you know, cuckoo land, he really is. You look at all of these coins that he's done with COAs now, and I don't think any of them have actually sold for more than what they've been purchased for. It's another 17 Tyler Peter Rabbit. You know, it's just deplorable what he's doing. And the worst thing is that I likened it to a cult, you know. There are people that are foolish enough to buy into it. And again, this isn't born from any sort of hatred from me towards the man. I can't even bring myself to say his name. But I just don't like con man. I don't like people that rip other people off, you know. And if you think that I'm talking nonsense, or I say, just do your own research. There are plenty of groups on Facebook and Discord and everything else. Go on to any of those groups and speak to people about it. Another dictionaries. You know, and speak to people about it, and ask them, you know, is this going to become a collectible? Battle of Britain, really like this design on this coin. For me, it's a beautiful coin. Yeah, you know, just ask them, is this coin going to become collectible? Because some twat has stamped it, you know, honestly. It's embarrassing that people buy into it and believe the nonsense that's being spouted by him, but, you know, they'll come a crapper one day. Now, and straight off the top, another dictionaries. That was, on a normal day, that would be probably the most popular, but today we've outdone it on the Benjamins. And there we go with another, is it 17? Tyler Peter Rabbit. That's the third one of those. But yeah, you know, I mean, people will cotton on soon enough, because the man will just go bust. I will share with you a couple of little snippets once we've done this. This is the last bear, by the way, so once we're done here. So yeah, not the greatest, So we got the Paddington at the Cathedral and at the Palace, a stack of Benjamin Bunnies, Sherlock, Squirrel Nutkin, a few Ironsides, Tiggy Winkle, a few dictionaries, Tom Kitten, People's Act, Tale of Peter Rabbit, a few others in there, Feces, Battle of Britain, etc, etc. So the moronic fools that follow the man will have heard him slating me again earlier on this week, and this time it's all to do with his raffles being closed down. And on his live stream, I watched it because somebody had mentioned it to me. He blamed 288 Group for getting his raffles shut down. So I just want to share this with you. This is a message that was sent to me from Ian, and it's the middle paragraph you're looking at. Well done on getting the raffles closed down. I know it was you, but I will blame 288 publicly in order not to give you credit. Well, just a couple of points on that. Firstly, I am absolutely honoured and overjoyed that you feel that I have that power and that presence to get your raffles closed down. Unfortunately, I can't take the credit for it this time. I seriously wish that I could, but it was absolutely nothing to do with me at all this time. The crowdfunding, yes, I had been reporting your crowdfunding purely and simply because you were doing things against the terms and conditions, therefore they were reported. Your raffles, no, but I'm genuinely touched and overwhelmed that you feel that that was me. So, moving on, I'm only going to show you this briefly. So, this was a prize that was won in his raffles when he had to shut them down, and it was a silver-proof. I think it was 2008. Prince Charles' 60th birthday, a £5 coin. It should have come with a sheet of 5p's and a sheet of French coins, but in Ian's wisdom, he decided he wouldn't bother sending them. Again, says more about the man than anything else, I think. But this was the coin. Unfortunately, I've thrown away the outer packaging, where he says that he purchased it for £75 and values it at £150. Let's pop it open and have a look. That is the coin there. Okay, absolutely lovely coin, I won't deny that. Very nice coin. Which is why I entered the raffle, you know, because it was a nice coin and I wanted to win it. Unfortunately, that's all it comes as. There is no certificate of authenticity or anything with it. So anybody that knows their bits and pieces will know that without the certificate of authenticity, it actually devalues it by a considerable amount. Sorry, I'm just checking if we needed any of these fines for the album. We needed Tiggy Winkle. If it devalues it quite considerable. We needed Tom Kitten. I told Mr. Lambert this and basically got a torrent of abuse from him again, which generally, you know, is par for the course with him, isn't it? You know, I was called all manner of things. But hey, you know. And we needed the pentathlon. But yeah, so it wasn't a case of I wasn't grateful. I was grateful of winning a coin that I'd entered a raffle to win. And it was nice to win it, but it would have been nice to have won it with the COA. And as for the valuation of £150, well, I'll tell you here and now, quite bluntly, if there's anybody out there that's watching and wants to purchase that, and I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll even let it go for £100. So if there's anybody out there now that's willing to give £100 for that, contact me and it's yours. Because there's nowhere near £100 worth of coin there. So yes, we needed Tom Kitten, we needed Pentathlon, Tiggy Winkle. We're doing quite well, to be honest. It is, again, as usual, mainly the Olympics that we're struggling for. We still need an Isaac Newton, a Puddle Duck and a Flopsy, naturally. And then it's on to the Olympics, really. So this is just wrapping up the end of the video now. I was just looking for something to show you. Just a bit of subliminal advertising. Key rings, cups and mats, mouse mats, collector's mats, whatever you like to call them, are all available over on Raftree. That is raftree.co.uk. I know Bungle has got some items over there as well at the moment. You're able to purchase the items either with your collectors, you know, favourite YouTubers on there, or you can have your own designed. Likewise with me, I also have, I'll just show you, there are some of the inserts available, and these are for all of the 50p's and £2 that have been circulated. Sorry, they are quite fiddly. So again, these are available, and these are really good quality. You know, they're not just nasty bits of paper or anything. They are really good quality ones. So I'll leave the link in the description for Raftree. But again, likewise, if you want to design your own, you can do that over there. Design your own. Good speedy delivery, good communication throughout, good prices. What more is there not to like? I'll just show you the album as we're going. So obviously I've not searched for the Britannias or the Shields. Obviously the Q, Isaac Newton and Puddle Duck. Flopsy, surprise, surprise. And then we're on to the Olympics. So we need quite a few there, isn't it? I can't see, I'm seeing this backwards. So it's boxing, basketball, gymnastics, volleyball, is that? Weightlifting, I can't see what that bottom corner one is. Table tennis, cycling, judo, soft side, is it? Oh, maybe I was wrong, that's the volleyball there, I can't remember half of these. Hockey, wheelchair, I don't know if it's wheelchair basketball or the boxing or whatever. Shooting, oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's wrestling, sailing. Yeah, so there's quite a few that we still need. But to be fair, we've only recently started this album, so it's going quite well. Or certainly I'm happy with it. I will probably bank most of this now, with the exceptions of a couple of each. I tend to keep sort of 2 back of each coin. Everything else will just get rebanked. So thank you very much for watching. Please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe. As I've said earlier on, keep an eye out for the 1000 giveaway video that will be coming up soon, next day or two. Hit the like button, hit the share button. If you also hit the bell notification, it'll tell you when I've uploaded a new video or I've gone live. Other than that, again, please do go over and check out Raftree and go over and sub to Lou Pollard Lou's Coins. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.